Are you Tony Stank?
I am Iron Man.
Stank, stank, stank.
Genius billionaire playboy from the kids.
You stank. You stank.
I am Iron Man.
Hello and welcome once again to Stark or Stank. My name is Aaron and I am here with Josh.
Hello. I'm gonna, die happy knowing that Stan Lee's best cameo in any of these movies is immortalized in that stupid theme.
Mm-hmm. That's where it belongs.
Yeah, it really does.
In the theme for this show.
Right up the top of everything. Yep. They should have, instead of the Marvel fanfare, it should be this.
I reckon. Every Marvel movie starts with that.
Yep.
That'd be beautiful.
Yeah.
They're not going to do it like cowards.
They're real fucking cowards. That's what they are.
They barely even put a theme at the beginning of the movies, like these last few.
Yeah, they've
don't even
chosen
have a
to
fanfare,
do
really.
Different things.
Yeah.
I don't hate.
No, it's fine. Do whatever. That's fine.
I feel like when it does hit, then when they do the big theme, I'm like, oh shit, it's happening. We're here.
Mm-hmm.
It's going.
Yep.
Not a lot of that going around these days.
No, but this is the show where we watch movies and then we rank them and then we talk about them and no, but not in that order.
Specifically Marvel movies this time around.
Not in
but
that
who knows?
order.
Maybe in the future.
Maybe in the future. We were talking recently about all of the things that we could possibly do.
Literally
once this
every
show
single
ends.
episode, we talk about how the next one's going to be this or that or the other thing.
But
We got
this
some really
week-
good ideas though.
Yeah, this week's one's the big one. I think this one's the one.
You reckon?
The one. Yep, I think
Yep.
so.
It's quite good.
I'm just updating the Twitch thing here. But this week, we are talking about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
I love gardening.
Man, what a movie. What a thing to behold this motion picture is.
Not to give the game away, but I think you like it.
I like this movie quite a lot, yes.
Strong opinion. Controversial opinion.
I don't think so. I think
No,
got pretty
God,
good
no.
reviews.
I think there's maybe 3 movies I can hold up as being universally beloved after Endgame, and it's this, Shang-Chi, and so far Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts, yeah. So we have some trivia for this one because, much like Daredevil Born Again, it had quite a rocky road to production.
Oh, yeah, it did. I forgot who filmed this fucking movie.
Yes. This released 6 years to the day after Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, which is the longest gap between an MCU film and its sequel, surpassing the record set by Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness, which was released 5 years and 6 months apart from the original movie. So, James Gunn was fired by Marvel in July 2018 over, this has controversial quotes. He had some tweets that, raunchy, not safe for work,
Everyone
questionable
says
jokes.
dumb, edgy bullshit.
Yeah.
And, even better if they don't mean it.
And this is at a time he was working for Troma, and then he was making movies like...
What you're saying is it was the style at the time.
It was the style at the time, yes. It's the world he was in, and they were jokes. It's jokes, you don't have to like them, but
It's
they're
the kind
not.
of thing where, if it was something to truly be ashamed of, I'm sure someone would have advised him to just maybe go back and clean up your Twitter.
Right, exactly.
But, yeah, whatever.
But in March 2019, he was reinstated as director of this movie after meeting with President Alan F. Horn on multiple occasions. Horn came to this decision based on Gunn's public apology and his handling of the situation afterwards. Gunn had never fought his firing and stated that, in quotes, "My words of nearly a decade ago were, at the time, totally failed and unfortunate efforts to be provocative. I have regretted them for many years since, also because they don't reflect the person I am today or have been for some time." Horn first met with Gunn just a month after his firing at the behest of Gunn's agents, but only agreed as a courtesy and maintained that he would not be rehired. However, Horn privately notified Gunn he would come back to Marvel a day after Gunn signed on to direct The Suicide Squad in October 2018. Filming of Volume 3 was put on hold until after Gunn finished The Suicide Squad.
Fucking cancel culture's gone too far.
Yeah.
James Gunn's been cancelled. I've never heard from him ever again. He's certainly not at the fucking head of another different superhero franchise movies.
No, yeah. This whole thing
Can't
was
say anything
crazy.
10 years ago.
No.
It's dumb. Cancel culture is dumb.
Super
People
dumb.
are dumb.
There are things to get outraged about, but
Sure.
like old-ass tweets that were very much jokes,
Obviously jokes.
I don't think count. But anyway, after James Gunn was fired as director, actor Dave Bautista became one of Gunn's most vocal supporters, tweeting that James Gunn is one of the most loving, caring, good-natured people I have ever met. He's gentle and kind and cares deeply for people and animals. He's made mistakes. We all have. I'm not okay with what's happening to him. Bautista even stated that he would demand to be released from his contract if the studio did not use the screenplay Gunn had originally written for this film. Taika Waititi was rumored to take over directing from James Gunn after he was temporarily fired from the project. However, Waititi made it clear that this option was never on the table for him, claiming that those are James's films. That would be like going into someone's house and saying, "Hey, I'm your new dad, and this is how we make peanut butter sandwiches now." It feels awkward.
It's a strangely specific example to give Taika, but okay. Look, people have a weird opinion on Taika Waititi these days, but that's a cool way to be like, you know what? Nah, I can't. It wouldn't be right. It would be weird.
No.
And yeah, no. Judging by like Thor: Love and Thunder and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, pretty glad that didn't work out that way.
I agree. This film sets the record for the most makeup appliances used in a single film, totaling 22,541 prosthetics, 500 wigs, and 117 pairs of contacts by the end, used across more than 1,000 actors. That's a lot of
Jesus fuck. How many of these
makeup.
things are on Dave Bautista?
Don't know. A lot of
yeah,
them.
no, I mean, it makes sense. There's a lot of fucking weird mutant animal people.
Yeah,
and
and
they
they're
seem
all
to be predominantly, costumes
CG
and
people.
makeup shit.
Yeah.
Practical effects is the word I was looking for. Thanks for that, Aaron.
You're welcome.
Asshole. Aaron, you asshole.
I'm sorry! I'm just trying to read this next bit of trivia,
pretending
but you
to be
keep going
mad.
back to it.
No, I'm never letting go.
God damn it.
Never let it go,
Maria-
Jack.
Jesus Christ. Maria Bakalova did all the motion capture for the character she voices, Cosmo the Russian space dog. She was crawling around on her hands and knees for all these scenes, playing her in person.
Incredible. Now,
Speaking of-
correct me if I'm wrong, that is the actress who plays Borat's daughter in the Borat sequel, yeah?
Yes.
This
She's
all
also in
tracks.
Bodies, Bodies, Bodies.
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
Yeah,
What a movie.
that's a good movie. Speaking of makeup, Karen Gillan accidentally scheduled a couples therapy session on a day she was shooting a scene for this movie and consequently appeared for the session in full Nebula makeup.
That's a fucking power move. I'm committed to this relationship. Look at me. I'm willing to debase myself in front of a therapist. Blue.
What are you willing to do for this relationship?
Yeah. Important question.
So, there we go. There's all the trivia. Now let us talk about the movie. This comes from Wikipedia. I did not even bother looking at the other website,
It's fucking trash.
but it's definitely trash. So this is a weird synopsis. It basically puts all of the rocket stuff in like a single paragraph.
To be fair, so does a lot of the fandom stuff that tends to front load any flashback stuff. They tell it in chronological order a lot of the time.
Yeah. So we'll get there, but it's fine by me because we get all of the sad stuff out of the way
thank
in one
God.
paragraph.
It's been said on this fucking podcast before that when Rocket is sad, we are sad, and Rocket is sad a lot.
He's very sad in this movie.
He's such a sad
Unfortunately. Anyway, before we get into it, how do you like this movie? You like the movie?
boy. I like it a lot. It's one of the best after Endgame, absolutely. Mm-hmm. One
I
of the best
agree.
overall, maybe.
I think this is very, 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 very good. When we get to the Starks and Stanks,
It was
my Stanks are going to be pretty nitpicky, I can tell you.
It was fucking tough.
So let's talk about the movie. At their new headquarters on Nowhere, the Guardians of the Galaxy are attacked by Adam Warlock, a sovereign warrior. I was going to say warrior.
A sovereign Wawawiwa.
A sovereign warrior created by High Priestess Aisha, who seeks to destroy them for stealing from her. After critically wounding Rocket, Adam is stabbed by Nebula and flees. The Guardians' medpacks are ineffective at healing Rocket's wounds due to a kill switch embedded in him by the organization AugoCorp. The Guardians travel to AugoCorp's headquarters to find the switch's override code and save Rocket's life.
We're fucking flying.
Yeah, like the beginning of this movie, like it's
Shit
like
pops off
straight to the
pretty
point.
fast.
Yeah,
Like you have the little opening credits with Peter being a fucking sad drunk.
Yep.
And that doesn't mention this at all, but that happens. And then Heart kicks in and everyone gets beat the fuck down, and then we're off to the races.
Yeah. It's literally like, okay, here's the situation, and then the rest of the movie is just like figuring out this one specific thing that we need to do, and it's great. Like I love how straight to the point it is. Doesn't fuck around. It's not taking you on multiple side quests. It's like this is the
there is a
main
little bit of
thrust of
side
the
stuff
movie.
happening, but it's very minor and it is like very fringe. We'll cut back to it like every so often for a minute.
It's very it's there, but it's very
much the movie is very much Rocket's story. And it is very much the problem is Rocket. We need to fix Rocket. It's very personal. It's very, very like low level. This isn't, or at least doesn't start off as, we are saving the galaxy from blank. This is a personal, this is a team problem. We got to fix this.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. Here's all the sad stuff. Just get out of the way.
Yeah, heartbreak. Here we come.
As Rocket lies dying, he recalls his past. He was found and experimented on as a baby raccoon by the High Evolutionary Leaguer of AugoCorp, who aimed to enhance and anthropomorphize animal life forms into humanimals for an ideal society, counter Earth. Rocket's fellow Batch 89 test subjects included the otter Lila, walrus Teefs, and rabbit Floor. Impressed by Rocket's intelligence, the High Evolutionary used his insights to improve later batches of humanimals. Angry that one of his creations could solve a problem that he could not, the High Evolutionary planned to harvest Rocket's brain and incinerate all of Batch 89. Rocket tried to rescue his friends, but the High Evolutionary killed Lila and mocked Rocket's grief. Enraged, Rocket attacked the High Evolutionary, whose henchmen killed Teefs and Floor during the chaos. Rocket escaped in a spaceship.
I'm going to need you to never say humanimals ever again.
It's there. I had to say it.
Fuck.
It's the law.
Damn it, he's right, it is the law.
Humanimals.
Manimals is right there. It's much cleaner. I think that extra syllable muddies it. All of the flashback stuff fucking sucks, and it sucks in the way that it's like really good. It's really compelling stuff, but my god, is it just fucking emotionally destroying to watch.
It's really rough. It's like just these helpless creatures just constantly being treated like garbage, and then
and like they are horribly mutilated. Like Floor and Teefs and Lila are like cute, but they're also like horrible to behold.
Yes.
Teef's like weird fucking eyes that are like permanently pried open, Floor's metal jaw shit, and floppy legs because she uses fucking robot spider legs instead of her legs. It's just a bad time all around. Fucking to summarize a lot of it is like Rocket's very first word as a sentient being with voice is hurts.
Yeah.
Like that's fucking awful. God.
It's real rough. And it's a good thing that they space out all of the flashbacks with like fun stuff in between. Like I think this movie hits a good balance of the dark and the light, fun, goofy stuff. Like it's well balanced in that way, I think.
Not all of the grim stuff is like contained to the Rocket stuff. There's a lot of dark spread throughout, but yeah, you are right. It does. it does, like, it shepherds you all the way up to the edge.
Yeah.
And just as it's like, oh, look, there's the abyss. Oh, you're going to fall. Oh, no, it pulls you back.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, no. I've seen this movie. This is my 4th time watching this movie. And every time I get tears at especially when they all die. Like, that's fucking rough.
It fucking sucks.
I get a little bit of a relief when Rocket fucking scratches his fucking face off.
It's so
that
cathartic.
shit's great. But yeah, like, the Rocket stuff is just, it's so fucked.
Yeah. This is my second. I have not gone back to watch it since I saw it in cinemas because I was like emotionally fucking drained after watching it. And again, like, last night I had planned on streaming. And I'm like, no, I've got to watch Guardians of the Galaxy for this fucking thing. And we'll do that. And I like that movie. I had a great time. It'll be fine. I'll watch it and then I'll stream. And then afterwards I'm like, not fucking streaming. Playing Ultra. I'm so fucking sad.
Yeah, it's rough. But hey, in the present, an alternate version of Gamora who has joined the Ravagers. I mean, she's not really an alternate version. She's the same Gamora, but from an earlier time period.
That's
you know,
that
she
is
just skipped. She skipped some years. Is what happened.
It's not even so much that. It's that she didn't. It's just Gamora from a few years back where she didn't do the things that she did. Like, it is an alternate.
Yeah, yeah.
She's technically younger. The younger, filthier model with the gross hair.
Right, yes.
Big fan.
Well, she is a part of the Ravagers now, and I don't think they have showers on any of their ships, so...
I don't know, like, Sylvester Stallone looks pretty fucking well kept.
He's the only one.
He's the only one. Everyone else is like a weird lizard man or a crystal guy. Or Miley Cyrus.
Sure. She's joined the Ravagers, and they're going to help the Guardians infiltrate Orgocorp. They retrieve Rocket's file, but discover that Thiel, one of the High Evolutionary's advisors, has removed the override code. Or is it Teal with a silent H? I don't know.
I don't recall.
Same. The Guardians of Gamora travel to Counter-Earth to find him. They are followed by Aisha and Adam after the High Evolutionary, their race's creator, threatened to wipe out the Sovereign if they failed to retrieve Rocket. At Counter-Earth, Drax and Mantis remain with Gamora and Rocket, while Peter Quill, Groot, and Nebula go to the High Evolutionary's Arete?
Akumite?
A-R-E with one of these. T-E.
Is it going? Oh, Aramet?
One of these. Arete? Something like that.
Yeah.
Laboratories complex. Guards force Nebula to wait outside due to their cybernetic enhancements. Quill and Groot enter the thing. Drax tricks Mantis into pursuing Quill's group, and Gamora saves Rocket from Adam and Warpig, one of the High Evolutionary's Hellspawn guards. Love Warpig. What a name.
Such a fucking cool name. God. I love Black Sabbath.
Saves. Okay, so
that was a lot.
It's a big chunk of movie right here. Because, like, the first half of this movie is them just getting
the data.
This planet.
Yeah.
And then the whole second half of the movie is them on this planet. It's like...
them on the planet and them off the planet.
Well, sure.
That's conclusion off the planet.
Yeah. Okay, so yes, Gamora is a part of the Ravagers. They go to Orgocorp. Get the fun scene of them breaking in and Quill having the conversation with Gamora that he thought was in the private chat.
Blue is for orange. Orange is for... Red is for green. Yellow is for yellow. Fucking... Yellow is for yellow? Yeah, try it. Hello! That's good. I think that's one of the few points in this movie where, like, something kind of genuine and earnest and heartfelt is immediately undercut by a dumb joke.
Right.
And I appreciate it because most of the time, like, all of the, like, genuine, awful, heartfelt shit is left to sit. It gets room to breathe. This was the one that we've just got to fucking kneecap that moment. And
Right.
I like it because fuck Peter Quill, he's a dickhead. And he like full on cops to like almost dooming half of the galaxy in this movie. Good, great, because he did. Granted, under a different writer, so you know what? Maybe that's James Gunn being like, "This was a weird thing. Better call that out."
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I like they get in there and then they put the clothes in the evacuation bin.
Yeah,
And then Nathan Fillion's here
yeah.
and he hates that guy. He
I
hates that one
fucking-
guy.
There's always one. I've got a guy. This guy, so proud of him. So proud. He's doing so well. This guy, just want to fucking beat the shit out of him. Just before we get too stuck into the AugoCorp stuff, I don't think it was ever explored super fully. The other alternate universe Guardians of the Galaxy, who are the Ravagers' main guys, who were introduced in Guardians 2. One of them's a fucking sorcerer. One of them has a sling ring. He like opens portals into the ship, and for comic fans, he's like an alternate version Sorcerer Supreme.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
Shit. Also, Miley Cyrus is still here. Not Ming-Na Wen though. What the fuck's up with that?
Is she though? I feel like she only
It's
did the
probably
voice at
not.
the end of the second movie,
It's
and
probably
she's not in this one.
her, but it is the character.
I'm not going to bother looking up, but I'm pretty sure she only just did the voice in the.
That's fair. But she was
other movie.
the disembodied robot head, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. So that character's still here, but maybe it's not actually Miley Cyrus. And I assume Ming-Na Wen was doing everything everywhere all at once. That
Probably doing.
checks out, right?
A bunch of shit.
Timeline-wise.
Yeah, probably.
How do you feel about our needle drops so far?
I got to say, like, I like the music in this movie better than in the second movie. I think the second movie's soundtrack isn't quite as good. At least not as good as the first movie. I think the first movie is, if I'm ranking them, first movie, third movie, second movie. You know.
Really?
Well, this has got
That's
a lot of
interesting.
music. Like, I love Beastie Boys, and
There are
Creep's a
a
great
handful in
song,
this that like
and,
stand out to me.
fucking, what's Space Hog?
Oh,
In the
in the
meantime.
Yep.
Yeah. You know,
There's that Rainbow
some
song.
songs I love. Yep.
Like, I like a lot of the songs in this soundtrack. I'm not sure they stick in my brain as needle drops as well as Guardians 2's do.
Fair enough.
Which is to say, I think I probably like the songs better in 3. I just don't know if they work as well or are as implemented as well. Beastie Boys, that's a fucking killer. I think that's the
Fair
best out of the entire trilogy.
Yeah.
But, like,
It's a good one.
I love that Heart song. That, like, Crazy on You is one of my favorite songs ever.
Yep.
And they use it, and it's cool, and then it's just, like, done immediately.
Right.
Like, oh, that's a shame, but we got it. That's fine. Same
It's
with,
there
like,
for a bit.
in the meantime, that's kind of there for a bit, and then it's gone. There's no real, like, action associated with it, whereas if I think back to Guardians 2, stuff like Come a Little Bit Closer, or, what's that fucking Soup song? You know the one. Cracklin singing Soup in the fucking ship. When
Right. Yeah. Right.
Like, I can identify moments that I associate those with, whereas this, I'm like, the songs are there, and the moments are there, but they don't quite match up.
Yeah, I get.
Except for Beastie Boys.
I get that. I understand where you're coming from.
Right.
I think I like the songs. I like the songs more in this movie, but I get where you're coming from. In that maybe they don't line
I think
up as well
ultimately
with the
that's
action.
where I'm at as well. As I do like the songs better, but I don't have a stronger association with them.
Right. I gotcha. Adam Warlock, thoughts on this dumbass?
Oh god, you're gonna have to remind me the actor's name. No, nothing. Shit, Aaron. Oh god, it's all falling apart.
It's like right there. It's right there. It's right here
That
in my
actor,
head. And
that actor is so good at playing like
Will Poulter.
Will Poulter, thank you. That actor is so good. I don't know why I said that actor when you just told me his name. Will Poulter is really fantastic at playing like dipshit himbo mummy's boy.
Yes.
As evidenced by this and Death of a Unicorn, which I saw earlier this year.
Right.
He's really fucking good at it. He should keep doing it for as long as anyone will let him. It's not necessarily faithful to the Adam Warlock character in the comics, but the Adam Warlock character in the comics is a bit fucking self-serious. So I kind of don't
I definitely
care.
want a goofy fella.
And that fits with the tone of this. If it was an Adam Warlock movie where Adam Warlock is being introduced by himself and he's doing space adventure shit, that's a different story. But to fit in here, and to fit along with the Sovereign, who are self-important dipshits in a funny way, I think he actually works quite well. He also looks really like that is a good look. That looks like Adam fucking Warlock.
Yes. I like him. I like him a lot, and he does lots of dumb, stupid shit. That's like
Melts that one guy.
he melts that one guy.
Tell him, show him we mean business.
He's like, what else does that mean?
Yeah, well, he knows we're serious.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
he's just like on the chair, like just fucking smoking ash, and then he steals that guy's pet. I will teach him in the ways of the Sovereign. It's just licking his balls. Not to do that.
Yeah, the whole Orgocorp section's a lot of fun, and Mantis makes that guy love Drax, and
Mantis and Drax have such a fucking antagonistic sibling dynamic in this, which kind of peeked through a little bit in the Christmas special.
holiday special. Yeah.
And it's taken to an extreme here. It's fine. I feel like it could
like
get a bit overwhelming by the end, but like they don't go too far with it. I think it's quite good.
Yeah, I like the Drax Mantis relationship. They're a lot of fun together.
Also love how like graceful she is in action scenes until it comes to her like landing. So even in the meantime sequence where they're in like 0G, she's like kind of stumbling all over the place in her spacesuit. But then every other time she has to drop from a ledge or something, she lands directly on her fucking neck. And it kills me every fucking time. There is also some really good Star-Lord talking his way out of situations, him trying to flirt with the lady, and that's all really fun because it's not really working. Then it kind of works later. But my favorite bit is like just taking on Nathan Fillion's character, like straight on bluffing the shit out of him. Everyone getting angry around him, and then they leave, and Drax. Oh, they see the suits floating out in space, and Nebula goes off at Mantis, and then Drax is like, "Are we still pretending to be angry?" Mantis, you asshole! And it's one of my favorite line deliveries in the entire MCU. It's so fucking good.
Yes, very good, and going back to Quill, like that, him trying to flirt and everything, and then it pays off at the end of that sequence when he like he's acting like he's flirting or whatever, like
He's trying to be sincere.
he wants
He's
to
like,
talk.
help me for my friends.
Yeah, and he's like, no, I'm not that dumb. It's like I'm not that stupid.
It's so fucking good, and like malfunctions all their puffy, like gross tumor suits. The tumors, all the like bio shit is fucked up. It's great.
It's very James Gunn. Who he's
Also very James Gunn. Lots of familiar faces.
Yes, well,
So many.
uh-huh.
I guess that's like when you make it big in Hollywood, you have to hire all your friends as many times as you can.
Of course.
Until the people tell you to stop. And then you do it again.
Nathan Fillion was like the main guy in Slither.
Yep.
He's been in every movie since, so
Every James Gunn movie, not every movie.
every James Gunn movie is what I meant, yeah.
Nathan Fillion's just in the background of every single movie.
He should be in every movie, but he's only in every James Gunn movie instead.
We'll have to settle.
Yep.
Is he in Suicide Squad?
Yes. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he's one of the dudes that dies early.
He's he's DMK. He's the dismembered
Oh, yes.
kid.
That's what it is. The arms. Yes.
Oh, shit.
Uh-huh.
What a movie.
What a movie. That's a good movie. Some may say one of the only good DC movies.
I would back you up wholeheartedly on that. If anyone came for you, I would defend you and that opinion with my life. Oh shit! What else? What else happens in this large section of movie? They go to Counter Earth, and there's a creepy Statue of Liberty with
Yep.
the guy, and he's holding a monkey and the fucking. It's weird. I don't like it. Drax nails that one kid in the face with a ball. It's fucking hilarious.
Very
and they
good.
get pelted with rocks.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. It's Peter who gets hit with the first rock, right?
Yep.
And then Drax is like, ha, and then he gets hit, and he's like, hey! Drax has kind of low-key been one of the funniest characters the entire time.
Yeah.
And,
hello, time.
oh no, time's catching up with us. One of my favorite things is his little gag with the couch. He's sitting in the Humanimals house.
Yes.
And he's on the couch, and he's just
Laying
lies
down, yeah.
His boots are on there, and I was like, "Stop! That's not what it's made for." He's like, "Yes, it is. This is exactly what it's made for." So you can sit, shoulder to shoulder, and he's like, slowly going back to like a lying down position. He's like already asleep. He's taken the dad position. Neck has retreated inside the chest cavity. Eyes are closed, and he's going. He's gone. He'll be in Naughty Land by 2.
Yes. I like the Drax comic relief stuff. I wish at some point they had sort of dug more into his serious side a little bit more and become, more of the Destroyer. But
yeah, he gets a couple of flashes of Destroyer where he gets to get the bastard out a bit in this. Like he beats the fuck out of Adam Warlock in the early going, and then he gets the fuck beaten out of him.
Right.
He gets to do a couple things, but you are right. He is very much comic relief in a movie where everyone is comic relief, and he's kind of the big guy. It's weird. It is a weird choice.
Yeah, it is weird. But anyway,
also doesn't really trick Mantis. Mantis is just a dipshit. We're just gonna ride this bike over there. Goes down the street, and she's like, "Hey, stop it, Drax!" Like, no. What do you mean?
We get the car bit, which is fun. First F-bomb in an MCU movie.
It's so good. Like, it goes for so long.
Yeah.
And then just the release of, get in the fucking car. Perfect. I have no notes.
You've got this, smart robot lady who knows a lot about how things work from a technical perspective, and she's pressed the button on the door, and she's like, "What now?" Yeah.
I like that Groot had no problems getting in the car.
No, he's
fine.
very smart.
He is smart. He's a smart tree.
Groot. Yep.
Warpig is voiced by Cassie Lang's mum, right? Judy Greer?
Hang on.
Is that the fucking name?
Warpig. Guardians.
Because I was trying so hard to pick the fucking
3.
voice, or the face to go with that voice.
Yeah, you're right. That is Judy Greer.
Wild.
And also the voice of Lila is Hawkeye's wife.
Yes, that's right. Good shit.
So where are we?
Mantis and
they
Drax.
They get into the ship.
Just as everyone's getting off the ship.
Yes.
That's a cool action scene.
Oh, hang on, we're not there yet.
No, we're not.
I mean, Quill and Groot get into the ship.
Right.
And they
right.
get up there, and they. We have another flashback, and then they talk to the High Evolutionary, who's like, you know what? I'm gonna just I'm gonna wipe this whole thing out. This isn't the first time. I'm gonna just get rid of everyone.
Somehow all of my societies end with octopuses dealing meth to cockroaches. That's a bug in the system. I don't know how to work around it. The bug is the cockroach.
Right.
With meth in its system.
Yeah. And then they fucking Groot jumps out and makes wings out of his branches.
I love this last, like, final push to just be like, okay, we have a tree man, and this may be the last time we use him. What can we do with tree man abilities? He can have multiple arms that wield guns. He can make wings. He can be kaiju and scare the fuck out of humanimals, specifically.
Yes. Love how they specifically say kaiju, too.
Yeah. No kaiju, no kaiju. Yeah, he's real creepy looking too. Like his face gets all spindly. It's almost like classic Groot from the comics.
Yes,
which is a very spiky boy.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. A lot of fun to be had right here.
Also love that. I guess no one decided to scan Groot for weapons. They're like, well, Nebula's obviously got weapons. We'll scan Star-Lord because he's got nothing obvious, but he's a tree.
Where's he going to hide those guns? Nowhere. Definitely not inside him.
Yeah, no, that would be weird.
That would be weird. The High Evolutionary agrees with Quill that Counter-Earth is imperfect and begins bombarding the entire planet, killing the Humanimals and Aisha. Arete, which is actually a spaceship, departs as Nebula, Drax, and Mantis board it to rescue Quill and Groot. However, the latter pair jump off the spaceship with Thiel, whom they kill before retrieving the override code from his corpse.
Do they kill him? Gravity kills him.
I think it's gravity, yeah. They are rescued by Gamora on their ship. As they use the code, Rocket flatlines and has a near-death experience in which he reunites with Lila, Teefs, and Floor. Lila tells him his time has not come yet, and Quill succeeds in disabling the kill switch and restarting Rocket's heart.
I love the scene with, like, the afterlife scene with Lila. She's like, oh, my beloved raccoon. And then it ends with him being like, I'm not a raccoon, and then getting pulled out of the scene.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole... We're back to the sadness of...
It's so close. I genuinely thought for a second in the cinema, this is it. This is where I cry. Like, tearing up's not enough. This is going to happen. And then they edged me. They edged the tears.
It's sad shit.
It really is.
But hey, they save Rocket, and that's cool. No dead raccoons, only dead otters and walruses and bunnies.
I'll talk shit about Chris Pratt all day, but he is acting his ass off in the scene where he's like screaming and being gross about it. Like, there's a lot of saliva.
Right, yes.
It takes a lot to turn off the part in your brain that, like, gives you shame.
Right.
And doing that and looking gross and weird on purpose. It's good shit. Good shit, Chris Pratt.
Everyone in this scene, in this movie has like one or two scenes where they go for it. Yes. Very good scene. And I like the whole thing about Nebula and Drax and Mantis getting on the ship after they've jumped off.
You see,
and they're like,
"Now,
well, what the fuck?
It's so good.
What do we do now?" Gamora's driving the ship, picks them up. Yes, and then Rocket is saved. Yay!
Yeah, we love it. Rocket is saved. Everyone else is doomed? Question mark.
Possibly. Drax, Nebula, and Mantis encounter the High Evolutionaries' next batch of test subjects, genetically modified humanoid children. Humans.
He's over his furry stage.
Humanoid. Before they are captured. The other Guardians orchestrate a rescue, which leads to a battle against the High Evolutionaries' forces. Kraglin, who we haven't seen for a long time, opens fire on Arete with Nowhere and then helps to save Nowhere's citizens from a counterattack by the High Evolutionaries' Hellspawn. Intent on retreat, the High Evolutionaries' crew mutinies, but their leader kills them. Drax, Nebula, and Mantis befriend three monstrous abelisks to escape and reunite with the rest of the Guardians. The Guardians delay leaving Arete, choosing to rescue the children who escape to Nowhere via a tunnel constructed by Cosmo's telekinesis.
Hell yeah. So we have seen Kraglin a couple of times throughout the movie. It doesn't happen often, but it does flick back to Nowhere. He's like
basically
playing
just goes
cards
back
with
to him
people.
just to say that he's still not happy with Cosmo.
because he's been trying to learn his fucking psychic arrow bullshit.
Yeah.
And Cosmo's like, I can do what you do way better with my telekinesis. And he calls her a bad dog.
Yeah.
And she's very upset about it.
I like the fake out early on when Adam Warlock is attacking, and like he's like, "Now's the time." He's like, "Yes, this is where I'm gonna use my my arrow."
Just fucking slaps him with it.
Who threw that?
Babies.
Yeah, that's real good. And then he actually does get to do it,
And it's fucking cool.
which is good. It is very cool.
And also, the reconciliation, the good dog moment is a very good moment.
Yes,
That is a good dog.
very good dog. Cosmo's the best.
Cosmo's great. Wasn't expecting to see those fucking obelisks again. I thought they were kind of a one and done. But I guess, we've got the model on file. Fucking let's use it.
Just make 3 of them. Copy and paste.
What was a good way to start that second movie? A big alien fight against one of these things? Yeah. What's a good way to end this? A subverted fight against 3 of those with less team members.
That's it. Yeah, this is a fun scene, getting everyone off the ship.
There is a good sequence. There's a lot of good sequences in there. Honestly, it really. Again, this movie moves at a fucking clip, and the synopsis here isn't doing it justice. I don't think, because you've got a lot of interpersonal stuff between Drax, Mantis, and Nebula, where Nebula's finally been taken to task for being such a fucking shithead about being on top of everyone's dick all the time. And Mantis basically calling out that, yeah, Drax is a dumbass, but he's here because he makes us feel good. He knows how to love. He doesn't hate himself, and it's more than anyone else can say in this fucking team.
Right.
Which, harsh, true. And he's just like, wait, you think I'm an idiot?
And then
really
she immediately
good.
makes him forget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one wants to see Drax sad. But he also, gets to be a dad, which he doesn't really get to do for most of this fucking series, despite being the only dad in the actual crew.
Yes. I will say I teared up at the dad line at the end.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you fucking did. I've seen you be a destroyer, but you were born to be a dad.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah, this is fun. Rocket discovers imprisoned animals on the ship and is confronted by the High Evolutionary, whom the other Guardians defeat. Rocket spares the High Evolutionary, and the Guardians help the animals escape to Nowhere. Quill nearly dies trying to reach Nowhere, but is saved by Adam, whom Groot had earlier rescued from destruction. So they've skipped over the Wanna. Fucking amazing Wanna.
It's in there. It's just that nothing story-wise really happens there, so it doesn't make it into synopsis. But it is in there. It's
so
fucking great. Holy
it's so
shit.
good. Beastie Boys,
choice of
starters.
songs, incredible.
And then they're getting their PG-13's worth with the amount of green gooey blood that's being sprayed everywhere.
A lot of alien robot juice. Nebula gets fucked up real bad. Her head is hanging off backwards, and she uses her broken arm to shoot behind the back while looking with her hanging head.
Yes.
There's so much cool shit going on.
Really good moments all throughout, and it's so good.
It is
a great
I don't think
shot.
there's a one that beats it, right? Not in the MCU, at least.
I don't think so. I think
there's
this is
been some good
definitely
ones.
up there. Yes.
This has got to be the
some
one.
good ones. It's definitely the one I love the most.
I think it's also probably the best needle drop, right?
Yeah. Possibly. I don't know.
It's up there. If it's not the best one, it's
definitely up
definitely
there.
in the conversation.
Definitely in the conversation, for sure. As a Beastie Boys fan. For sure.
I feel like at the time, someone at Marvel was really on a Beastie Boys kick, because there was this, and then not long after was the Marvels trailer that had Intergalactic.
Intergalactic, yeah.
Did that make? I forget. Did that make it into the movie at all, or was that just for the trailer? I guess we'll find out when we get there.
I know that there is that fight scene, but I'm trying to remember what song was in that fight scene.
I genuinely don't recall. I recall liking that movie fine, but I don't. When asked for details, I've got nothing. And also I've just reminded myself of what the actual best needle drop in the MCU is, and it's not a Guardians film.
It's a Thor movie, isn't it?
It's a Thor movie, and it's not the one with all the Guns N' Roses.
No, it's definitely not the Guns N' Roses one. It's that one.
It's that one that they do twice.
Yeah, that's the one.
It costs a lot of money to get fucking Immigrant Song, all right? Led Zeppelin notoriously bad at licensing their shit.
Oh, good at it.
Good at it in the sense that they don't let people do it for fuck-ass reasons.
Exactly. Yes, very good. They rescue everyone, and everyone's fine, and Quill almost dies.
There is the bit where Rocket's rescuing the animals, and he learns that he's a raccoon. And it's treated as this big, like, revelatory moment of self-discovery, and it is for him, but the rest of us is like, yes, you're a raccoon.
He's like, that. I get it. Now I know why everyone's calling me a raccoon.
And it's like this big, really emotional moment for him, and yeah, it should be, but also like, yeah, dude, we know. There's so many animals in there.
Quill decides to leave the Guardians, names Rocket as the new captain, and reunites with his grandfather Jason on Earth. Mantis embarks on a journey of self-discovery with the Abyss. Gamora rejoins the Ravagers, and Nebula and Drax remain on Nowhere to raise the rescued children. The new Guardians, Rocket, Groot, Kraglin, Cosmo, Adam, Phyla, oh yes, that's right, and Adam's pet Blurp later take on a mission.
That's a blurp?
That's the name of the pet.
That's a proper noun. Okay, I understand. Blurp with a capital B.
Adam's pet, Blurp.
Gotcha. Just rewinding back a little bit. Peter almost dying to save the save the Zune. That is a very Peter way to die.
It is so fucked up. It's like they could have just frozen it, but no, they just make his face fucking swell up.
Yondu gets the like dignified freezing and dying thing. Peter gets to look like a fucking asshole. And my favorite bit is like he gets saved and he's still swelling and like coming back from the edge of death, and he's like, "Did that look cool?" The running joke of "Did that look cool?" is fucking fantastic. Right. Everyone's like, "Yeah, buddy, looked real cool," and he's like, "Great." and then that's capped off by everyone going in for the group hug, and Warlock's like, just on the back. And the guy that he hugs is like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, he's like... Yeah, very good. And then, yeah, they're a bunch of them
goodbye.
Not gonna be Guardians anymore.
Conclusions, finality.
Yes,
it'll all be undone in... How many years is Doomsday?
It does say that the legendary
Star-Lord
will return. So.
But only him.
Yeah, that's a weird one. Even though there is a team of Guardians, there is a Guardians of the Galaxy still. He's just not in it.
Do we know, because we had that big dumb reveal stream where everyone had their fucking chairs with their names on the back. Do we know if any of the Guardians are back for this one? For Doomsday?
Doomsday cast. I feel like none of them are.
I was going to say, if they're not, I wouldn't be necessarily surprised. And, you know, if they're not, I kind of prefer it. I like some finality to know that this is it for the Guardians.
Well, they'll show up for the one after.
Oh, Secret Wars?
Yeah.
Is that the one after?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, we've got Chris Hemsworth, Vanessa Kirby, Anthony Mackie, Sebastian Stan, Letitia Wright, Paul Rudd, Wyatt Russell.
Noticing a lot of non-Guardians names.
Tenoch Huerta.
That's Seaman.
Yes, Seaman. Eben Moss Backrack, who is thing. Simu Liu, Florence Pugh, Kelsey Grammer, Lewis Pullman, Denny Ramirez.
Kelsey Grammer.
Yep.
Oh god,
Kelsey
I
Grammer's
just
in
forgot
it.
what that was. Oh my god.
Joseph Quinn, David Harbour, Winston Duke, Hannah John Carmen, Tom Hiddleston, Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, Alan Cumming, Rebecca Romaine, James Marsden, Channing Tatum, Pedro Pascal,
Crazy.
and Robert Downey Jr.
Crazy. That's so stupid, but crazy. All right.
All of these X-Men, including the one that said he would never do another X-Men movie, Alan Cumming.
Arguably one of the best parts of that X-Men movie.
I can only assume that there will be CG involved and he doesn't have to do the makeup, because I believe that was his big issue, was having to have the makeup done.
Yeah, I would imagine so, because that seemed like really intricate stuff, right? Because it was not just blue paint; there was also like the little
it's all the-
engravings and shit.
Yes.
Plus contacts, plus everything else. You got the fucking hands and
He's got the claws, yeah.
the fucking weird. These are my fingers. Somehow I use swords effectively. He's got a tail. That one works.
Does have a tail.
Yeah, what a wild cast. But no, if
Zero-
there's no Guardians in that,
Zero Guardians.
fine, I'm okay with it.
Yeah. The real question is, what will the cast of Secret Wars be? That's the real
Well,
question.
we got to wait for the other stream for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Of the biggest stream with more chairs.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot more chairs.
So many fucking chairs.
That's like a week-long stream.
So that when they did the chair reveal for Doomsday, they gave Paul Rudd the tiny one, right?
Yes.
Is it too out of pocket to give? Oh god, what's Rocket's voice actor's name? The guy from The Hangover.
Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper. Would it be too out of pocket to have like a cat carrying case with Bradley Cooper's name on it?
Rocket deserves more than that.
He does, but it'd be funny though.
Yeah, there we go. That's the movie.
That's the movie.
We get Quill's reuniting with his grandfather, which is
Enjoying
nice.
a bowl of cereal.
He's
talking
just
gossip about the shitty neighbor kids.
the fact that he left all those years ago and didn't even come back at any point. Kind of crazy.
That is, yeah, something Mantis brings up is like,
Don't die.
you're talking about people leaving you all the time, but you also left someone, man. He's
Right.
like, I'm dealing with my own shit.
I
Like a
think
big
the
man-child
conversation
that he
about how people on Earth like usually die when they're 50, and she's
you
like,
going
"You're gonna
to
die?"
die?
soon." And he's like, "I'm not 50."
How old is Chris Pratt? He's got to be in his 40s.
Yeah, absolutely. But is Peter Quill?
Surely. Peter Quill,
I don't know.
like, absolutely strikes me as the kind of guy who's, like, in his 40s but acts like he's in his 20s. Wouldn't know
Yeah.
what that's like.
Yeah, no, me neither. Definitely not. 40?
Who the fuck's 40?
Not me.
Nah, me either. One of us tells truths, the other only lies.
Alright.
I enjoy the little bit of team bonding that you get for the new Guardians, talking about, oh, who's your favorite music act? I was never expecting a fucking King Crimson name drop.
Yes. That end scene's very good, and Groot's fucking huge. And
Oh,
that's
he's
cool.
massive. He's so cool.
Yep. Yeah. It's all very good. I enjoy this movie a lot.
Yep.
Let's talk about what we liked and didn't like about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I
Oh,
believe
God.
I'm starting, correct?
You are starting, yes.
All right, this is my first Stark. The movie finds a good balance between the light and dark. It has emotional depth without sacrificing the humor of the Guardians movies. So, you know, it carries a lot of the same humor as the first two Guardians of the Galaxy movies, but, you know, it's not afraid to go to dark, fucked up places. And I think it strikes a good balance between the two, and it doesn't ever feel like there's like a weird tonal shift or anything like that. Like it's tonally very consistent, I think.
Aaron, you'll never guess.
Okay.
My first Stark. The film pulls off an impressive tonal balancing act and succeeds where Thor Love and Thunder failed. It's darker themes and narrative are at the forefront throughout more of its runtime and its use of, usual Guardians fare, comedy, cool action, needle drops, and all that shit. Pulls you back from the edge just as it's getting a little bit much.
Right.
And yeah, somehow manages to do it without creating tonal whiplash.
Yeah. There you
Good
go.
stuff. I agree.
I agree. I agree with yours.
Wow.
Very good. My second Stark. Even though I don't love the second movie, this is the most consistent trilogy in the MCU, and in my opinion, this is the best one. Like, it went out on a high note, finishing with, in my opinion, the best one.
I think I agree that this is the best one of the Guardians movies. It is probably also the most consistent trilogy out of the series. I think Captain America's a solid argument for most consistent. But, yeah, no, those are the two, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
I
your
agree with
second
that.
Stark?
My second Stark is that the movie ends. And it ends pretty finally,
Yep.
conclusively. People get
Wraps it
satisfying
up.
send-offs. The team is mostly moving off, and yeah, we get a little bit of carry-on with the new senior members, Groot and Rocket, leading a new team, and that's fun. But, it kind of feels like we could leave this and be done and be good. And that's nice. It's nice that all these characters get, a happy or satisfying send-off.
Yeah.
And it's not something you get a lot in the MCU.
Nope.
Finality.
Yeah. Even though, a lot of them will probably be back, but it
Sure.
does, at least
I do
it
actually
feels
note in
like a good
my-
ending.
In my notes, I'm like, well, this will probably be rolled back once Doomsday or whatever happens.
Right.
For now, the Guardians lived happily ever after, and that's nice.
Yes, that's good. You could watch all three movies and feel like it's a cohesive whole.
Yeah, there's a brief detour into Infinity War Endgame country.
Yeah, but I don't even feel like you need to
They
watch it,
summarize what happens in that, which affects this movie pretty well,
Yeah.
so you don't need to. But it is there if you want.
Yeah. All right, now what we didn't like, also known as the Stanks.
Stank me up. What you
My
got?
first Stank. While I like him as a comic relief character, I really wish Drax got to do more destroying in this series. And had,
I feel like you had this in the last two as well.
it's possible.
It is
It's
a
possible.
consistent complaint, which I can't fault you
Yeah.
for.
Yeah, I just really wish just a little bit more depth rather than just the comic relief.
I think
He was in the in the first one, at least he had his moments of like he missed
Somber
his wife and
reflection
daughter, and
yeah.
you got some of that. And then second movie and this one, he's pretty much just.
I'd argue there are still moments, not a lot, not enough to bring him back from being the haha funny man, but
Right.
there's glimpses of it here and there. I definitely agree that he could use a bit more grounding, but it's there. It could be more there.
Fair enough.
I think my favorite bit, my favorite single line of this movie is the bit where Mantis is like, he's got sadness, but he doesn't hate himself. I'm like,
Right.
see, that's nice. They are referencing it, and I guess the fact that he doesn't hate himself means that he gets to be the comic relief character. That's how I'm sort of justifying it. But no,
That's fair enough.
I think that's a fair point to make. He is Drax the Destroyer, not Drax the fucking pratfall man.
Right. What is your Stank first one?
My first stank is, oh my god, this movie is hella long. It's not, it doesn't feel it, but it
I
is
think-
very long. If I want to watch this, I've got to set aside time.
It's 2.5 hours. It is a long one. I
I
feel
think
like
uses that time really well.
yeah. I wouldn't imagine what they would cut out, and I think the first half feels longer, just because it's this. There's not a
It's set up for getting to the second half.
yeah. I feel like the first half does feel longer because once they get to the planet, it's like it just goes. It's just like it doesn't
Shit
really
doesn't slow down.
stop, and it just keeps going and going. Where the first half has a lot more I guess it's kind of, what if Kill Bill? What if Volume 2 was Volume 1? You know, because that's the slow one.
Yeah, sure. No, I get you.
So like you've got all the story, I guess, at the beginning, so it feels a bit slower.
We got to
And
front
then-
load this bitch so that all of the stuff can happen.
Yes, and then all the actions at the end.
Yeah. Like, I don't think being 2.5 hours long is a bad thing, and I do think it paces itself remarkably well for a movie that length.
Yeah.
It's a commitment. It's a time commitment. I got
Sure.
shit to do, man.
Which a lot of the MCU movies are at this point.
Yes.
They very rarely are under 2 hours anymore.
I was going to say 2 hours, I can kind of, like, justify in my brain. 2.5 hours, we're getting, dicey.
That extra 30 minutes is a lot.
Hey, you said we were going to get nitpicky, and motherfucker, this is one of the biggest hits I could find.
Yes. My second nitpick is that the soundtrack still doesn't reach the heights of the first movie, but at least it's better than the second, in my opinion. I do agree with you that maybe the
moments don't sync up.
maybe, yeah,
Sure.
I could probably agree with you on that.
The way I've worded this is probably not correct, because I've said in my second Stank that it's probably the least memorable soundtrack for me, and that's not true, because I really love a lot of the songs that they've got here, and I loved them before seeing the movie, which is kind of the opposite of Guardians 2, where, like, Guardians 2 I didn't know plenty of the songs, but came away from that movie really enjoying those songs. This one,
Sure.
I'm like, I already knew a lot of these songs, I already loved a lot of these songs, and the moments that they have just aren't really meshing quite as well as I think 2's did.
Fair enough.
That would be my second thing. That the moments and the needle drops don't work quite as well. They're still good. And the Beastie Boys one is fucking incredible.
Yes.
That saves a lot of it for me, I think.
Yeah.
The other thing is, like, if they had Crazy on You play during the action scene that followed Warlock coming down from space, and that fun little shot of him coming, like, into the camera,
Yeah.
I'd probably feel a bit better about that specific one. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's as strong in terms of needle drops, but it is still a very strong soundtrack.
I want to call out just an extra thing that I really like about this movie too is the James Gunn has really, like, come into his own when it comes to, like, the way he shoots his movies, and that with this movie and what I'm seeing of Superman, he likes low angles with wide angle lenses. That's what's going on. A lot of shots of he likes rotating, and he likes the wide angles
zooming
and
shit.
low. He loves that shit, and I like it. I like that he's sort of come into his own. He's got his own, like, style now, and it's carrying over to Superman. And this movie is really, really well shot, I think, as
You
well.
reckon he was doing a lot of, like, the Warlock stuff, thinking about Superman the entire time?
Maybe.
I could see
It's
it.
quite possible. Yeah. There you go. That is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Now comes the part of the show where we rank this bish.
Oh, yeah, it's time to rank. Oh, God.
It's time to go to Letterboxd and
I'm in Letterboxd. I've just got to get to the right, because sometimes
Find
it doesn't
out.
let me, like, edit. I've got to go back out of the list and then back into it to edit it.
weird.
Anyway, our current ranking of the MCU is as follows. Captain America the Winter Soldier at number 1, Thor Ragnarok at number 2, Avengers Endgame at number 3, Iron Man 3 at number 4, Guardians of the Galaxy at number 5, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness at number 6, Avengers Infinity War at number 7, Captain America Civil War at number 8, Thunderbolts, star New Avengers, number 9, star? Why don't I say asterisk? Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, fittingly at number 10, Then Werewolf by Night, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Moon Knight, The Avengers, Black Panther, Daredevil Born Again, Hawkeye, Captain America the First Avenger, Loki Season 1, She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, WandaVision, Ms. Marvel, Eternals, Ant-Man, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man Homecoming, What If Season 1, Iron Man, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Spider-Man Far From Home, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, Spider-Man No Way Home, Black Widow, Thor Love and Thunder, Thor, The Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Captain Marvel, Avengers Age of Ultron, The Incredible Hulk, Captain America Brave New World, Thor The Dark World, and number 44 down the bottom of the list from where it will forever fucking stay, Iron Man 2 with Elon Musk and his ideas for jets.
Yay! Congratulations, Iron Man 2.
That was a lot. I need a fucking breather.
All right, here we go.
Oh, wait, no,
Where
it's
do
my
you want
turn.
to put Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 in this list?
Not to... I feel like we gave the game away pretty early on. And if not early on, pretty near... Like, we let this slip. This is the best Guardians of the Galaxy movie. There's no way this goes under Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1.
Nope.
So this is in our top 5.
Yes. Absolutely. But
I think
whereabouts in the top 5?
I think it might be top 3.
Uh-huh.
I'm happy with... I think I'm happy with 2.
Okay, this is where we... This is where...
Yeah, this is it.
This is where I was... Look. I'm glad you want to put it above Thor Ragnarok.
It's... Look...
Because I think this is a way better movie than Thor Ragnarok.
Yes.
While I like Thor Ragnarok, I think this is a much better actual film.
Well, yeah, as far as like a well-rounded film, absolutely. Yes. Well-made, well-rounded, yes.
But The Winter Soldier is also pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
So,
Which one of these do I have a better time watching is where I'm approaching this, I think.
That's fair. That is fair. Which one would you rather just like throw on and just have fun with?
Thor Ragnarok.
Out of the top 2.
Okay.
If this is if this is Guardians and Winter Soldier we're talking about, I mean,
On a whim, I feel like it's Winter Soldier.
Mm-hmm.
It's not necessarily a light movie. It has less jokes than this.
Sure.
But it also doesn't get as fucking heart-wrenching.
Right.
And that's, again, not a bad thing for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
No.
If we're looking at, like, films that plumb the depths of human emotion, then Guardians Volume 3 has this fucking on lock.
Mm-hmm.
But I also can't watch it every day. I could watch Winter Soldier pretty much every day for a long time before I got sick of it.
Right.
Are there any sick needle drops that happen in Winter Soldier?
Nah.
Damn it.
0.
Damn it.
Pretty sure that's mostly just score. I don't... Oh... Yeah, no. Apart from when he's in the apartment and they're playing the radio or
I
whatever.
do like the old-timey music.
There's no... Yeah. No licensed music from what I can remember. Oh, this is rough.
This sucks, man. What have we done? What are we doing to ourselves? This also sucks because I think it has, like, a top-tier, like, MCU best friend relationship.
Yep.
And I think Winter Soldier also does.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking today. Is like, I was like, to me, like on my personal list, Guardians 3 is the top of my list. I think it is the best overall movie. Taking the aspect of like what I would rather watch.
Yeah, see, this is what I'm thinking is like, do I just have to remove myself from that and look at it at a purely like technical level?
Technical and also just like
I might have to.
how well written it is and like how good the characters are and like how well shot it is. Like Winter Soldier has some... I mean, the action scenes are fun.
It has some questionable editing in those scenes, yes.
Yes.
Whereas I think this one is definitely, like, the action's not I don't know that the action is as cool. It
I
does
would
do
say-
some cool things at times, but I think scene for scene, I think Winter Soldier does cooler things more often. But also, you can't see them half the time because of the editing.
Winter Soldier has cool ground level, hand to hand sort of fight scenes where
We're getting into
Guardians
genre
has,
now.
The Guardians has a lot of CG, fun CG fight scenes.
Yeah. Oh, I don't like this game, Aaron. With the caveat that I think Winter Soldier is my personal number one, and I think it's not getting replaced from there anytime soon.
Sure.
For the joint list, for the official ranking of MCU films, I can stomach Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 as our best MCU movie so far.
Sounds good.
To steal something from Winter Soldier, I'm with you to the end of the line.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. Like I was thinking today, like if this is like, I was thinking of putting Guardians at number one, and then I was like, and it's got like really good relationships, and so you got the relationship between Quill and Rocket, and they're the best friends, and they're saving and Quill's gonna save Rocket and stuff, and then I'm like, oh wait, fucking Winter Soldier is also
Shit. Fuck. Also, you've got second best friends there with Drax and Sam.
Right.
Look, I think I'm okay taking myself out of it for a bit and being like, okay, which one would I rather watch? Let's not worry about that. In terms of pure technicality, I think Guardians wins. In terms of story, I think it's maybe closer than... It's closer than not close at all. This one's just got so much heart. Winter Soldier's got heart, and all of that heart is focused specifically on the Bucky Steve stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, that's not the entire point of Winter Soldier, despite the name. There is all the intrigue and the espionage.
Yes.
And I love that stuff. I do.
It's a fun espionage action movie.
This is like a movie about hurt and saving your friends, and
it has a heavy tonal meaning.
It's got weight. It's got weight.
It
Now lets these characters fucking develop and, you know, be distraught.
Yes.
Which
Wakanda Forever also had that, but that was like
overwhelming.
That was overwhelmingly depressing and wasn't really fun.
Thor: Love and Thunder deals with some grim shit,
and then
then it gets to be a bit too wacky.
It's
and
too
pulls
goofy,
back too hard.
Yeah,
I think I think even just on the balancing act alone has to be it, right?
I think so.
I don't know why I'm trying to convince you. You've already.
I'm still trying to convince you.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to convince myself. Fuck it, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is our number one.
Yeah!
By a fucking
That's the shit
hair.
right there.
It's so close.
They're both really good movies. Like I was like, today I was thinking about it and I was like, Guardians, it's going to be number one.
Did you spend all day thinking, how am I going to convince Josh?
A little bit, but not all day. Just the last couple of hours. I was
just
like...
sitting in my stream thinking, how am I going to get this motherfucker?
I was like, it's got to be number one. And then I looked at what the actual number one at the moment was, and I was like, fuck, Winter Soldier is so good.
I think, Winter Soldier is absolutely going to be my favorite until something new topples it.
Yeah.
It hasn't yet. I'm holding out hope that it might. Maybe. Mm-hmm. I'm an optimistic guy. But Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, I'm happy with that being, like, on the averages of our enjoyment, that can be number one.
Yeah. Winter Soldier's been up there for a while.
It has. So... That is a record run.
Record run.
How long ago did we review Winter Soldier?
I don't know. That must have been like episode...
Multiple years.
So Winter Soldier was the one after Avengers, right?
No, that would have been Iron Man 2.
And then Winter Soldier.
Man, what a leap in quality. Woo!
Yeah. Okay, so here's our new list. Starting at number 1, our new number 1, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Number 2, Captain America the Winter Soldier. Number
Feels
3,
weird to
Thor
say.
Ragnarok. Number 4, Avengers Endgame. Number 5, Iron Man 3. Number 6, Guardians of the Galaxy. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Number 7, 8, Avengers Infinity War. 9, Captain America Civil War. 10, Thunderbolts. And then we have Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, Werewolf by Night, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Moon Knight, The Avengers, Black Panther, Daredevil, Born Again Season 1, Hawkeye, Captain America the First Avenger, Loki Season 1, She-Hulk Attorney at Law, WandaVision, Ms. Marvel, Eternals, Ant-Man, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man Homecoming, What If, Iron Man, well, What If Season 1, I should say, Iron Man, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Spider-Man Far From Home, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Spider-Man No Way Home, Black Widow, Thor Love and Thunder, Thor, The Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Captain Marvel, Avengers Age of Ultron, The Incredible Hulk, Captain America Brave New World, Thor the Dark World, Iron Man 2 right there at number 45.
And
Where will
fuck that
forever
movie.
live in infamy.
When I heard that apparently Elon Musk has that idea about the jet that can take off from a stationary position, and it's just the thing he brings up anytime anyone asks him what ideas he has, and then like he mentions that in Iron Man 2, I almost fell out of my fucking chair. Fuck that guy. Fuck that movie. Fuck it.
Terrible movie with a terrible
not my
person
best.
in it. It's got some moments. It's got some moments though. Sam Rockwell's pretty good. There we go. That is the show for another week. Next week we'll be here. God, we got so much to talk about next week.
Yeah.
We got to
So
talk
many
about
studios shutting down.
on the podcast. We will talk about the Switch 2 because it'll be here and we'll have played it and it's going to be the greatest thing that's ever made. I can't wait for the Switch 2. We are just over
Hopes are reasonable, is what I'm
Just
hearing.
over 1 day away from the Switch 2 being available to purchase. Oh, I'm so excited. Mario Kart World.
I couldn't tell.
Fast Fusion.
Fast Fusion, yeah,
We're gonna-
there you go.
We're going to test out all those old games with the free updates.
Yep.
We're going to maybe test out some games with not free updates.
Not made of money.
And, well, you know, have you subscribed to Nintendo Online?
No, I'm going to re-up when I get the console.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Because you can try out the Zeldas then.
Yeah.
The subscription. And then
It'll also be Summer Games Fest.
Summer Games Fest will be on, and we'll talk about that show, and also the Xbox show will have happened by then as well.
Yep.
And whatever else.
I was going to say,
happens.
any other big shows happening over the weekend?
Sony's not having one. Nintendo's not having one.
Usually there is one after or before Xboxes, but
Yeah, no,
maybe not.
No, just seems like SGF and the Xbox thing. So
Fair enough. I mean, they're also like the only people putting out games, apparently.
apparently, seems
What
like
a
it.
fucking bizarro year.
It's a weird year for sure.
Can't sell a
It's-
console, but we'll make games.
Yeah, the fact that Sony hasn't even announced anything is really weird.
I heard they were doing like a smaller showcase, not a showcase, a state
Yeah.
of play sometime soon.
There was rumors of that about a month ago, and also talk of Nintendo doing another one either before, which obviously is not going to happen now, or after the Switch 2 comes out. So
yeah.
maybe next week there'll be a Nintendo Direct, but that's that. That's a
what are we
different
doing?
show.
What are we doing on this show next time?
Next time we will be having so much fun, Josh.
Oh
Talking
god,
about-
it's Secret Invasion, isn't it?
Secret Invasion.
I watched that once.
Yeah,
I didn't hate it.
it's another one that has its moments, but
Yeah, and one of those is the AI generated opening sequence.
God, I forgot about that.
Yeah, you did. It's not
Anyway,
great.
so I don't want to give the game away. You know, maybe
I
maybe
love-
be the new number one. Who knows?
I love Secret Invasion.
Oh yeah, it's a great time.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Stupid monkey.
We'll be talking about that in 2 weeks' time. Thank you for watching, listening, whatever you've done. Subscribe on your podcast platform of choice, YouTube, Twitch, wherever you're watching this right now. Subscribe, follow, do whatever. It'll help us out a lot. Yeah, call to action. That's what they say to do on these things.
Yep.
And we'll see you again next week for the podcast. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.